It's 3-something in the morning, and I woke up thinking it's time that I check out Corey Goode, because I've heard and, if you want to say, perceived with the pendulum, some little funny things about Corey Goode. Most of you who know who he is, I just recently got a thing from him, a link to a video inviting us to a eclipse meditation or something. I think it's on the 21st or something. Okay. And so I started communicating with him. First I'd asked if I had contact with the light, and it said yes. And so I just asked his, connected with him and asked his sincerity. If his sincerity is low, then we have reasons to suspect something is going on. In the case of Jordan Maxwell, his sincerity, I believe, was 9% or something like that, and he was a clone who was controlled by the dark side, and I actually communicated with the original Jordan Maxwell, and I can't remember, he'd been dead something like 5 years. So clearly the real Jordan Maxwell was eliminated, and he was replaced with a clone that they could control. And I perceived this because a woman named Margot, through contact with this clone, basically became dominated by this negative energy that was coming through Jordan. In fact, it was Satan's negative energy. So but anyway, I asked this Corey Goode's sincerity, and it didn't register low. I'll see if I can do this again. I'll show you what's happening here, and if it will do the same thing. His Corey Goode's sincerity, 5, 10, 15 in percent. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, okay? Interestingly, these dark ones who have now, if you want to say again, taken over control, partially, taken over control of the pendulum, don't answer very well. If this were the light and he were 100% sincere, it would stop after 100. It would stop basically almost immediately. So I have to ask here, and I'll ask the pendulum, are you of the light? And you see because it's to do with Corey Goode, they have taken over control of the pendulum, or however this works. Okay, are they of the light? And that means I'm being blocked. Okay. Not to fear. So the first thing I do is I send to take away their power, authority, communication, and energy. Okay. This will take a while. A few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to turn off this recording. See, it's starting. It goes backwards. It takes away their power, authority, communication, and energy. Those who are blocking the pendulum. And then when this is done, then I should have contact with the light again, and we'll continue with what needs to be done with this, what is very likely a clone of Corey Goode. Okay, I am back. It took about 3 minutes or so, I think. Should be almost done here. If the person who is appearing to be Corey Goode is not really Corey Goode, then if it's a clone, it will show up in his chakras. Clones only have 2 chakras, the first 2 chakras. And also we'll be able to communicate separately with the real, or if you want to say the original Corey Goode. Do I have communication with the light? Okay, I do have communication with the light. That is a yes. Okay, I want to ask, how many of these dark, dark entities were stopping the pendulum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This shows you how the pendulum operates. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. See, it's going to stop at 29. That's what it would have done at 101 with the sincerity, but it didn't. Okay, 29 I think I said. Okay, now we have contact with the light. Okay, let's connect to this person claiming he's Jordan Maxwell. Okay, now let's ask the same question. His percent sincerity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16%. Oh, and I think 17 is going to stop. That's how it should have answered the first time. 17. See, it doesn't move. 16, if I say 16 or think, then it's going to start spinning again. 16% sincere. I think Jordan was 9. Okay. Show me his first chakra. Okay. And of course, I have done this with lots of patients, many of them friends, but I know now that normal people have, they talk about the 7 main chakras. I actually am indicating 15 main chakras now, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rear chakras. Okay, here's his first chakra. Here's his second chakra. Here's his third chakra. See, third chakra. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Okay, that's the sign of the clone. To compare, let's connect. I'll connect to myself and show you. Here's my first chakra. Here's my second chakra. Here's my third chakra. Here's my 4th chakra. See, that's a normal person. He's a clone. Okay. Now, if he's a clone, what happened with the real Corey Goode? Let's communicate with the real Corey Goode. Now, those who have seen my videos see that I can tell when people are alive or dead, and also possessed, if they're actually possessed. I'm not sure that Corey Goode's clone is actually possessed. He may just be only controlled. There may be some danger in him being possessed, because sometimes the shapeshifters lose their control of the body and they will shift, and then people could find them out. So there may be some advantage of just having him under control rather than being actually possessed. Okay, we were with the original Corey Goode. Let's ask his energy age, where we die at 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103. Ghosts are 103. 103.1, 2, 3, 103.3, 103.4, and it's going to stop. He's 103.3. Okay? You've been dead for a while. Okay, now let's connect with this ghost's heart chakra. See, it doesn't show one because they don't have a heart functioning at this time. Excuse me, I said ghost. He's not ghost. Corey Goode, the real Corey Goode, his heart chakra. Let's go back in years and see if we can indicate his heart chakra. Let's go back 5 years ago and indicate his heart chakra. Okay. Corey Goode was alive 5 years ago. 4 years ago, he was still alive. Okay. That was 48 months. We're going to count down. We're going to say 45 months, 40, 35 months, 35 months, 30, 35, 40. Okay, see at 40 it's operating, at 35 it's not. So we'll go the other way. We're going to see how long ago he actually died. 35 months ago, 36, 37, 38. I'm seeing activity 38 months ago. Okay, so Corey Goode died about 38 months ago. And, of course, we know that he didn't die of sickness 35 months ago or whatever. Okay. Now, what do I do in this case? Well, we'll go back with the clone here and check the other main thing I wanted to check is his level of development of conscience. And then we'll compare him to Corey Goode. The clone. His level of development of conscience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13.1, 2, 3, 4. 13.41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 13.45. 13.46. His level of development of conscience again, 13.46, 13.45. Okay. That is the level of the Dracos. Okay, he's controlled. His conscience is that of a Draco. Very similar to the case of Jordan Maxwell. Okay, what are we going to do? Well, obviously I have no power to kill clones or do anything like that, and I'm not going to do that. Clones, in my opinion, are innocent pawns in their game. So what I do is I activate their other chakras, and by doing that they receive a conscience which goes in with the third chakra. My understanding is that is when a soul actually enters into them, and they should come out with a conscience level of 1,000. But since all of us with a conscience level above 820 something on September 23rd, 2015, we were, if you want to say, zapped up to a fifth dimensional level of conscience, which is 11,325. After I'm done installing his chakras, he should have a conscience of 11,325, and then we'll recheck his sincerity, and maybe then we have done something useful without causing any harm to anybody except to the Dracos who are controlling him, who our goal is to not allow them to take over, okay, and be manipulating all this. I'm sorry for the things that happened to the real Corey Goode. And here we go. I'll install his chakras. Okay, for those who have not seen the activation of the chakras, you might find this a little boring, but basically, as you remember, with Corey Goode's clone, we have connected him here again. It's like 3:30 in the morning here. Here's his first chakra, his second chakra, his third chakra, fourth, fifth. The first person I found with this and how I learned about it was Vladimir Putin, who was replaced years ago with clones. Okay? That could be another story. But anyway, and then the first clone died, and the first clone that I activated his chakras of died. And I had contact with him after death, and his energy age was over 100, so that's how I knew that a soul had actually entered into his body. Okay, so as I say, this Corey Goode now has only 2 chakras and a conscience of, what was it? 19 or something like that, I can't remember. Okay, so basically I just start to, here's his first chakra, his second chakra, his third chakra. Okay, from there on, fourth, fifth. Okay, what I do is I just send energy to activate Sometimes I was using the word install, but I think it's, I don't know. Activate or install. Maybe I should ask which word, but right now I'm already busy doing this. Okay, we're going to activate. I have done this one by one, and I'll do this I'll just do the third one, and then we'll go on up. Okay, then I'll do all the other ones together because it can be done as a group, and it's much quicker probably. Okay, this is sending the energy to activate his third chakra. And when this is done, see, this is positive energy. So it starts swinging, but it's going to be rotating in a clockwise direction. Positive energy or adding something goes clockwise. Negative energy or taking away goes counterclockwise with my pendulum. Different people's pendulums work differently, which makes it a little complicated to give classes on the pendulum because if people are getting, if you want to say different, what would appear to be different results, but they're not. They're just indicated in different ways. And that everybody has to learn on their own which way their pendulum works. And let's see which way they work. But you can also program the pendulum. If you want to say, tell it what to do. And I've done that on a few times for some things. For example, the healing energy of the Creator, I specifically told the pendulum to start swinging forward and backwards. Because most of my other healing starts with it swinging sideways, and then starting rotating in this circle like it's doing now. Well, with the healing energy of the Creator, it starts swinging forward and backwards, and then starts rotating. It's kind of a way to keep them separate. Okay? This is installing the third chakra, activating the third chakra of the clone of Corey Goode. Now, unfortunately, I forgot something here. There are multiple clones. So when I'm done with this, don't think that that's the end of my job. I will contact, see how many clones there are, and ask if I should do this to the other clones. I don't know what effect that would have. As I did not activate the chakras in all the clones of Putin that I remember. Okay. This is activating the third chakra. As I say, we'll test for the third chakra and see what effect it had, and then I'll just activate all the other chakras together. And basically, if we can come up with someone, if the result is a Corey Goode with his chakras operating and probably a fifth dimension level of conscience and a fairly high sincerity, the average is like 80-something% sincerity in people. I found a couple people who are 99.9. I myself am usually 99.6. But, I would prefer to do things or have dealings with people whose sincerity is at least 90%. It's basically how much of what they're saying or their purposes behind it is sincere. So. The lowest, I shouldn't say normal, but the lowest ordinary human I have found is 13%, and he was a con man, or is a con man who stole like $100,000 worth of stuff from a neighbor. Working for a neighbor, and they bought a big machine that cost a lot of money. And he had it delivered. He didn't have the control of the money. He didn't take the money, but he had the authority to say where it was going to be delivered to. So he just had it delivered to somewhere else. And either he himself was there to get it, or maybe somebody else had already there. Anyway, my neighbor never got his machine. And this guy was a big con man, 13%. But few people are that bad. Hillary Clinton was something like 37% or so. For those who don't know, of course, Hillary Clinton is dead many, many months ago. And is actually, interestingly, is already reincarnated as a young girl. So who do they have as Hillary Clinton now? Well, for a while they had clones, but evidently the clones have the same physical defects as the original, and some of them, by chance, live longer, but not much. So they have a body double now. That's the story of Hillary Clinton. It would be interesting to communicate with the real Hillary Clinton and see if she learned any lessons, if she's still working for the dark, or what the story is. Hard to say. She was one of the few people I found who was double, or I can't remember if a double or triple possessed. Most people I could do an exorcism and get rid of the, let's say, reptilian entity controlling them with one depossession. And when I did it with her, her energy aid was still above 100. I had to do it again. Okay, this is activating Corey Goode's third chakra. This is the one, if it works as if it has in the past, it appears that a soul actually enters with this chakra. That's the third chakra is located close to our navel, which I have been told is where the soul is located also. So it seems logical that the soul could enter with the third chakra being activated. Okay, this is kind of slow. It takes, in my first experiences, it takes like, a good twice as long to activate this chakra as it does the other ones. See, now it's getting closer to spinning in a circle. When it's spinning in a circle without the sideways swinging, it's more or less halfway done or so with the process, and it will swing like this in circles and gradually then slow down and stop when it's done. When that's done, then you will see that we have a third chakra functioning, which we did not have before, and we'll test his level of conscience and sincerity. See here, it's spinning in circles. This pendulum is a weight on in this case, a little chain. And it was a glass, and it fell down and broke the glass out of the little holder. So it's just this little holder, a little metal holder with a piece of broken glass in it on a chain. So those who claim you need a fancy pendulum, don't believe it. I'm not saying that there couldn't be any difference, but to me there is no visible or perceivable difference in the function of the pendulum without that piece of glass in it. Okay, it's almost stopped. Okay. This is the third chakra, okay? Now we'll back to the clone here. Here's his first chakra, his second chakra, and here's his third chakra. Okay, this is a more or less normal third chakra. His fourth chakra, fifth, sixth, seventh. See, okay, we've only installed the third chakra, but let's connect to him. And when multiple choice is going to go side to side. And we're going to ask his level of sincerity. 5, 10, 15, 20, see the difference? 25, 30, 3540, 4550, 5560, 6570, 7580. It's already a little above normal. 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 91, 92, 93. Seems to be pretty close. 93.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 93.6, 93.7, and it's going to stop. 93.6 was the answer. It's 93.6. And if I say again the 93.6, it starts rotating slowly. 93.6, 93.7, and it'll stop. 93.6% sincere. Pretty sincere. Okay. His level of conscience. Remember, it was 13.45, which was a Draco level of conscience. His level of conscience now, 100, 2, 3, 4, 500, 1,000, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's just like I said. 11,325. Which is the level of conscience of the fifth dimension now. 11,325. You know, I've seen this several times, so I know pretty well what's going to happen. Occasionally I get some surprises. And then I have to understand what's happening. 11,325. 11,326. And it's going to slow down and stop. Oh, as I was saying, so the pendulum weighs less, so it moves my hand less. People who want to not believe always accuse me, not always, but often accuse me of moving the pendulum. And the pendulum does move my hand. It would be hard to keep it from totally moving my hand, but my hand does not physically move the pendulum. Okay, I will continue with the other ones. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to activate all of them. And then when I'm done, I'll come back and show all of them working. And then I'll ask if there's anything else we need to do. Okay, I activated all his chakras and also empowered them, which make them spin stronger. Okay, so let's connect to the clone of Corey Goode now. His first chakra, his second chakra, his third chakra, which we'd activated before, his fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. These were, most of us got these 8 through 13 starting Passover Day 2014. 14th, and these were just a couple months ago. I'm not sure what they are. And 15th, 16th, see, I don't register 16, I register up to 15. The second rear chakra, the third rear chakra, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh rear chakra. See, there's no seventh rear chakra. Seventh rear chakra, nothing. Okay, he has his chakras. That's basically, now, why did I think this? Well, I saw something, and I'll try to find it and put a link down below. A man who channels, I can't remember who he channels, his higher self or the creator or something, and they were talking about the fact that this Corey Goode and Dr. Michael Salla, who's talking about also the secret space program, that they were not who they claimed to be, that they had been taken over and controlled. It mentioned, the Australian guy who was working with Carrie Cassidy, Bill Ryan. Bill Ryan is being on a positive side. Okay? I'll try to put the link there so you can see it, so I'm not just talking out of, if you would say, thin air. Also, you would ask, how can Corey Goode get away with all this stuff? Why haven't they eliminated him or something? Well, they have. However, it would not be, in this case, they considered it not advantageous to eliminate him totally, but just to eliminate the real and sincere Corey Goode and put in an imposter that they can be controlling when the time is right. Meanwhile, they have an insider who can be, if you want to say, spying, channeling information to them, manipulating situations and things. These are the way they work. If there's a dishonest and malevolent way of doing it, they will come up with it. That's the fact of the matter with these Dracos and other reptilians and if you want to say, the fallen angels or demons who are working with them. There's also the level of the archons, which are kind of, I don't understand them because they never actually stopped my pendulum. But I just came up with the idea that they're the low-level demons, and one of the reasons for that is their energy age is lower than the other ones. There's these different layers, different levels of these dark forces. There were the Anunnaki, this guy Melchizedek, who you can hear about in my videos. David Icke is right. Obama under mind control. He was being controlled by the archons and Melchizedek. All these different layers. I won't get into it all. I've told this in some of my other videos. And I actually am going to finish recording and go back to sleep for a little while. It's pretty early in the morning here, and I do have to work today. Okay? But I wanted to get these done while I'm thinking about it, and to hopefully have the maximum positive effect for the forces of the light. And I try to put these things up on YouTube. Some people, of course, would not be interested in hearing them. But as I had the inclination, and that was reinforced just by being there, they are adding an energy to the, if you want to say, the energy soup. Even though a few people see them, they're actually helping. They're having an effect by being up there on YouTube, by this information getting out. So that's one reason I continue doing this. It's also kind of documenting this process of ascension and the role that I'm having in it. I'm not saying I'm looking for fame, but I think it's it's sufficient importance that altogether I have some contribution, other people are contributing in their own way. Okay? So have a good day. Maybe later I'll check. If I find any other information, I can put it down in the comments. Okay? Have a good day. Thank you.